Jocelyn, and today I will be discussing the workability and the disadvantages of Tiffany's proposition to abandon the U.S. death penalty. Now, two reasons why I believe that abandoning the death penalty is not beneficial is because, one, if you're to abandon the death penalty, that means the highest form of penalty would be the life sentence or solitary confinement. And then two, by building new prisons, we cannot solve the problem of overcrowding prisons, and there's better ways to solve that problem with the death penalty. And so, I say that the highest form of penalty would be the life sentence, and that's bad is because, one, that can bring danger to inmates, because according to an article called The Death Penalty versus Life Incarceration, a financial analysis, they state that death row is not always separate from their other prisoners. Violence in prisons increase from being overcrowded, so like from adding people from death row. And so by having more of this sort of danger, this can increase prison violence and sexual assaults. And then my second claim would be that solitary confinement is also immoral. So if you say that death penalty is immoral by taking one's lives, then wouldn't solitary confinement be immoral as well? Because not only are you taking away their freedom from being able to walk around outside or socializing, they're gonna be stuck in a dark room by themselves. According to the Marshall Project, a man named Blake, now 50, described his years in the special housing units or SHUs of New York State prisons. If I tried to imagine what kind of death, even this alone, would be worse than the 25 years in a box, I have tried to imagine it, and I can come up with nothing. Dying couldn't take but a short time if you or the state were to kill me. In SHU, I have died thousands of eternal deaths. And that explains the experience a man has had in the solitary confinement housings. And then my secondary claim for this is that having the same punishment for different crimes is unfair. So let's say that according to biography.com, there's a man named Gacy, and he's also known as a serial killer clown. And he killed 33 boys and young men, the majority of whom had been buried under the house and garage of his. Others would recover from nearby Des Plaines River. And he was a clown performer at children's parties, which he killed. He sometimes dressed as his alter ego, Pogo the Clown. He lured his victims with the promise of construction work, and then captured, sexually assaulted, and eventually strangled most of them with ropes. Now that's 33 young boys and men. So if you were to place him in life, sentence to him in life, as well as other people that may have committed crimes not as crazy as this, then is that really fair? Okay. And then my second workability argument is that building new prisons does not solve the issue of overcrowding prisons. So we should focus on building a safer community and criminal rehab programs. And then TheGuardian.com states, has an article called "Building More Prisons is Not the Answer." And so the number of people criminalized and sent to prison have already spiraled out of control to a record high. Yet prisons do very little to address the needs of people experiencing harm/violence. So not only are you increasing the amount of people in prisons, but you're also increasing the danger that they're experiencing. And then rather than building new prisons, you can always try to reform the criminals to become better people so they can go outside and aid the community in however they can. And then my second subclaim would be that prisons are usually built on contaminated lands and they are not good for health. So the government would have to allocate certain lands to build these prisons, and according to earthisland.com or Earth Island Journal, America's toxic prisons, this legacy of environmental injustice extends to the siting of prisons located close to low-income neighborhoods built on the least desirable and most contaminated lands of the century, such as mining sites and landfills. So that's not good for the criminals' health and acts as a danger to them and the people outside the community, because that can harm their health. Okay, now for our disadvantage arguments, I believe that by getting rid of the death penalty, you cannot use it as a crime deterrent. If we use justice as a weighing mechanism, then there's no sense of justice for the families at all. So, even though the affirmative side says that the death penalty doesn't act as a deterrent at all, they said that 5.63% murder rate for states with the capital punishment and 4% with 4 states without the capital punishment. So that's not a very big difference. And then, according to an article called "Deterrent States Without the Penalty Have Consistently Lower Murder Rates," they say that as of 2016, the murder rate and death penalty is, like you said, 5.3 and 4.49. So then, with that said, there's very little difference between the two of them. And then, punishment should be fit for the crime. As I said earlier, if people do not have the same punishment, if people commit 2 different crimes and do not receive the same punishment, and that's not very fair for both of them. So, justice-wise, it is a disadvantage. Thank you.